FX Morning Mayhem podcast is an essential listen for currency traders. Each episode covers a curated watch list of key currency pairs alongside insightful market observations. It highlights crucial daily news events that could influence the market, ensuring traders are well informed. Additionally, the podcast offers valuable trading strategy tips, catering to both new and experienced traders in the Forex market. This podcast is for educational purposes only. None of this info should be construed as investment advice. To see the trades called out live for free on our Slack channel, click the link in the description or scan the QR code to join the trade faction. If you find this podcast valuable, please follow and share with a friend. And now, on with the show.
Let's start with the instruments. Aussie New Zealand dollar is in an uptrend, but we are not in the zone yet. So we are not going to do anything here. By the way, I was 15-0 on Sunday, and then I had that one stop out because of the WAPO news on Monday. And then the last two trades I made a profit on. So I'm 2-0 now again. So we'll see how that trend goes. It's a pretty good trend. Aussie US dollar, we are in a downtrend. We are in the zone. We are looking for a short setup sweet spot. So as soon as that shows up, we will take care of that. Euro Canadian dollar, downtrend, short wave phase. We are in the zone, waiting for a sweet spot to set up by the AI. Pound Canadian dollar, downward trend, short wave phase, looking for a short. Once again, same thing, waiting for a setup. This is a lot like yesterday. Everything was poised to happen, and then we didn't get as many as I thought, but the ones we got were quality, so who cares, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
God, I can't shake this cold. And we were stuck. Okay. It does that sometimes. It's really weird. Downtrend, short wave phase. We are in the zone, waiting for a setup here. Singapore dollar, Swissy franc, uptrend in the zone, looking for a long setup. Maybe we'll get that pretty soon. US Canadian dollar, we are in an uptrend in the zone, looking for a long setup. And US Swiss franc, uptrend, hyperextended though. Even though we're in the zone, I would wait until that is not yellow before I would take that trade.
Yeah.
All right, news for today. We just had unemployment claims come out. We got actually a good number on that. Oh, it's FOMC day. No wonder it's being weird. Okay. So we have FOMC minutes at 1 o'clock. Trade with caution today. Everybody's gotten set up for whatever that news is. Very careful about that. Usually what happens is I just kind of look at which way the price is going. Well, let's take an example here. So if this, I want to see some extremes. Saw one here somewhere. Okay, so like this one really is extended to the downside. Maybe I thought I saw a better one. This one, okay. This one's really extended to the downside. So my guess on FOMC news, this thing's going to shoot up is what I would have. But that's not any of our signals. That's pure gambling, baby. If you want to do that, if you're into that, I did know a guy, that's all that he did. But, and he was pretty good at it.
50.
That's right. Everybody's got a strategy, man. All right, so market insight section. So what I wanted to talk about today in the market insight section was actually news, because as I said, Monday, the Washington Post said that Trump is not going to do what he was going to do on the tariffs. He's backing off, and the market took a giant shit, and it was from anonymous sources. Okay. Then a couple hours later, Trump came out and said, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
And then the thing snapped back like 20 or 30 pips, and you got out with your life, and then it set up another couple of good trades for the day. So I think we have to be prepared for a lot of volatility during the Trump presidency. Another report came out this morning from CNN that said Trump is considering declaring a national economic emergency to justify the tariffs. So that was the opposite of what we heard on Monday. So here's the interesting visual. Okay. I was long in a trade. You were long in a trade right here. We got the WAPO news. It dropped down to here. Then Trump said, that's bullshit. It went back up to here. So you could have got out of here with your life. And now CNN says that the opposite, that Trump's going to declare a national emergency and tariff everything. And now we're right back where we started.
Yeah, tell me about it, man. This is going to be really interesting.
That's very telling as to what news can do. Really, I guess the moral of the story is don't try to predict what the news is going to do to the market. Just react to what it does. Just go with the flow as opposed to trying to predict the flow, because you get your ass handed to you 9 out of 10 times if you try to predict it. So,
yeah, that was hilarious yesterday. I have views on my entire thing. It's like news hits, a bunch of stuff on the bottom, and then somebody says, "Oh, that's fake news," and then it went straight up to the exact point, and I was like,
yep, shows you how manipulated the market is. Doesn't take much to stimulate the algorithms.
yeah,
Just a little bit of baloney and those things just kick in. And especially, I gotta believe that the people that are putting out these news stories, either they themselves or they know someone who knows exactly how those algorithms work and what it's going to take to trip them.
Part of me wonders.
Yeah. Oh, I don't wonder at all. I totally believe that's what goes on. Back in the day when I was working for Sun, we had a couple of those big trading houses down at the Merc as our customers, and I used to talk to they didn't call them quants back then, but that's what they were, PhD mathematicians that they hired to sort of game the markets. One guy was explaining to me once how those algorithms work. They set a threshold, the price gets to here. They might bring in a bunch of stuff like volume, the VIX, Bollinger Bands. They might throw that all in a big soup and then equals something, do something. So there's always that kind of programming logic inside what they do. So if you know how they make the soup, what's going to trigger the event. So I think a lot of that happens. And that's the ultimate and plausible deniability. You can always say, "Oh, I don't know what's going on."
I guess we'll have to add truth to make sure that when he posts, we know where we're at for.
Yep. So, exactly.
And, hey, don't worry about the Gulf of America.
So,
did you hear that one?
No. What's that one about?
There's no longer the Gulf of Mexico. Trump's he's going to rename that the Gulf of America.
Cool. Did you see the thing from the Canadian guy that says they're going to buy Alaska?
Yeah.
This is great. God, I miss Trump. Thank God he's back.
I know, that's funny as hell.
Yep. All right. And Trump's response was, "You and what army?"
Yeah, I know. Trudeau's out.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Have a good one.